But now it's time for the openers to pad up, and it's probably surprised them.
Ready for the first ball here in the commentary box. What should be an enthralling contest between these two teams.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Waiting.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Yep.
They'll push hard, should get back for 2.
Really good running from these two batters. Played it safe though, stick with 3.
The team will be after a positive innings from this batter. A great opportunity to come in and put some runs on the board.
A bit of frustration after that shot, went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Yep.
Well placed, should get a single. There'll be 1 run here for them.
And with that, they're off the mark.
Yep.
They'll get at least 1. A couple on offer here. 8 runs added there. India are 8 for none. The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the pavilion end. Great shot, at least 1 on offer. Great shot through the gap, perfect timing.
Found the gap with ease, wasn't the worst ball you'll see, but it still raced to the rope. Obviously didn't like the look of that one, and just ignored it.
Cuts that off well in the infield.
Just threw the shot too early.
Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting. Edged it.
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the 3rd dot.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. They've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again. Edge. Amazing delivery.
A brilliant throw-in from the deep caps off what was a fabulous piece of fielding.
Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Struck it nicely. Could go to the boundary.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there down the ground.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket. Edge, unplayable. Strong appeal. Incredible, what a grab.
A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
A big opportunity. They've worked hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get big runs on the board.
The runs are starting to come now. Really good shot for 6. This innings is starting to build.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you just got to accept it and move on. Good batting, get an opportunity to score and take it.
Ballers!
That was a beautiful bit of fielding in the deep, straight over the stumps. That was a solid shot, driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
There'll be runs here. A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps.
A lovely shot. Cleared the front leg and got down low and picked that up easily with the sweep for 4.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Ballers end. Yep.
Nice shot. Runs possible. End of the over, 15 runs coming from it. India are 37 for 1. The right armour is coming on to bowl from the pavilion end. Out! What a catch!
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
With the fall of that wicket, we have a new batter at the crease. Patel will be looking to make a strong start to their innings.
Always back in the ball there. Drives the ball away nicely and picked the gap at cover very well.
Doesn't want to bowl it there. Overpitched and helped to the boundary.
Didn't time it at all, but managed to get it away to the boundary.
Yep.
Into the gap. Nice shot.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
We're on.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs. A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers. Going with spin now.
Yep.
Exquisitely down the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Great shot through the gap.
Well, it was hammered away, timed perfectly and placed into the gap.
The last one helped the scoring rate, making their intentions clear.
Yep. Keeper. Yep.
Great shot.
Good throw from the deep, on target.
pulled in off the boundary rope. Good fielding out there. Loud shout. Big edge. End of the over. India are 60 for 2. Really good innings comes to an end. That's going to be a tough total to chase. Someone is going to need to step up with a big score. This is a really defendable total. The openers will need to get their iron very quickly and get the scoreboard ticking over if they're to have any chance. Brilliant diving stop.
India get started with 1. I'm extremely excited to see how this match progresses. 2 sides that are really aggressive.
Drives and misses everything.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Yep.
That's out. Caught.
The first wicket is down, back to the pavilion, and disappointment is etched on their face. Can't believe they got out like that.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark their guard. They just need to rotate the strike early on as they get settled.
That was a tremendous delivery, fizzed through to the keeper. No more short balls this over.
Just about timed that perfectly.
You could see by how it whistled away to the boundary just how sweetly this was timed.
Right off the middle of the bat.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top, and it just keeps going.
It's been a great over so far. 2 boundaries from it. Runs coming very easily. Middle that one. Great timing.
That was timed very, very well. Great shot, driven down the ground and flew over the boundary.
End of the over. 18 runs coming from it. India are 18 for 1.
Yep.
Well taken. Had a lot of work to do and held on to a great catch.
Just managed to clasp their hands around that one. Disappointment for the batter, joy for the bowler. Another wicket down, this one without scoring.
Couldn't have played that any better.
It was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder?
Catch it.
Got all of it, and for 6.
That's a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot, and it's flown over the boundary.
Singh is finding it difficult to contain this pair at the moment. My advice would be to go back to your stock delivery and move on from there.
Yep. No.
It was slightly shorter, but it was seen early. Got onto the back foot quickly. Just pushed it away behind square. I don't think there was any bat on that as they come through for the single.
Quick onto that in the infield.
A little flick of the wrist to get it round the corner for an easy run.
That's the over. India are 31 for 2. We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here. That's right out of the middle of the bat.
It just looks so easy. Gets onto the front foot and eases through the ball. They can just stand and admire that shot. Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably expected more there.
Misses everything.
A big swing and a miss. Completely deceived by the lack of pace on that delivery.
Brilliant shot, that.
That was a boundary the moment the ball left the bat. Can't time that any better. Perfection.
Right out of the middle.
Jumped all over the slower ball. Only gave them more time to see it and make sure of it.
Sharma, I don't think will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. In the air. Looks to be landing safely.
A poor delivery, and you don't pass up chances like that. Crashed away for 4.
The left-arm unorthodox bowler is coming into the attack from the nursery end. Beaten on the drive.
A little late on that, no run scored.
Immaculate timing there.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Loud appeal. Needs to be on target. Good shot. It's found the gap.
It was lovely footwork, a great shot, a glorious shot actually to get back and play it like that.
Wait.
And that marks the end of the match. The Auckland Spades.
That always looked like a total that would be tough to defend. They would have hoped to put up more of a fight though. In the end, a very comprehensive victory.